What's up YouTube, Jeff back again. Today another very exciting Samsung video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about hidden audio modifications on your Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Made this last year for the S23 Ultra, people really enjoyed it, so I figured I'd give it a try again for any newcomers to the Samsung ecosystem. Before we get started, I do want to thank my 3-year-old son Jonathan. We've got the Parasaurolophus dino fossil and the baby T-Rex hanging out in the video. He always gives us some dinosaurs to hang out in the video, and of course we do appreciate him for that. Also want to remind you, if you want to save some money on your wireless service, you can do so by switching to my friends and partners over at Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile has premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. They also have a number of plans that fit any need out there. They've got 5 gigabytes of data for $15 a month, 15 gigs a month for $20 a month, 20 gigs a month for $25 a month, or the unlimited data with 40 gigs of 5G 4G LTE data for $30 a month. All their plans come with limited talk and text, nationwide coverage, mobile hotspot included as well. The thing I really love about Mint is that you get an eSIM. So if you're traveling, something like that, you can't be home to get the SIM, they'll go ahead and get it digitally and activate it right away. Or if you need a physical SIM, they'll send that out as well. You get a pen tool, pop out your old SIM, pop in the Mint SIM, let the savings begin. Now I've been using them here in the Phoenix, Arizona area for about 14 months now. Me and my family have been using them. We switched over, love the Mint service. It's really fantastic. If you guys want to give them a try today, go to trymintmobile.com/Springer. It's also in the pinned comment and description. Take advantage of some of their amazing service. Give them a try. Let me know how you like it in the comments. I think you guys will really enjoy it. trymintmobile.com/Springer. We do appreciate Mint for being partners on the channel. So let's go ahead and get right into this hidden audio modifications that you can do on your Galaxy phone. Now there's two different places you can find them. The first one, if you go into the main settings menu, you're going to go down to sounds and vibration, and you're going to find volume. And when you go into volume, you're going to see here at the top, there's this inconspicuous 3 dots menu. If you tap on that, there's a media volume limit trigger, which Samsung doesn't really make very obvious because they assume most people probably aren't going to touch this. If you go in here, you have the ability to adjust the media volume limit, protect your ears with a media volume limit in headphones and Bluetooth audio devices. You can even set a volume limit pen. So what this will allow you to do is that it'll allow you to determine if you want to have a lower, they set this to here, right here by the default. You can either raise it, and it tells you if you go higher, it's in the orange. But if you want to also enable the ability to have a pen for this, you can go down here and you can turn on a pen in order to actually move it above that given volume. Now what's going to happen if you set a custom volume limit for your media is that anything that exceeds this when you have on headphones or Bluetooth devices, it's going to give you a warning and say that it's not able to then go above that particular threshold that you've set unless you enter the PIN. If you have a PIN in there, then you can go ahead and turn that on. Again, if you enter a PIN here, you can then use the PIN to override that. Or again, turn it down. You can do either one. So this is a really useful feature that a lot of people don't know about, the media volume limit. I don't necessarily use it for cranking it down too much from the default, but I do use it for making sure I've got it up to the maximum so I don't have to worry about any notices or anything that I'm listening to too loudly. But of course, you don't want to listen to your music too loudly on your headphones because it can damage your ears. That's something to be aware of as well. Now the other modification that I want to mention is if we go into Samsung's Good Lock modules, and if you're new to Samsung, Good Lock is a suite of applications you can download from the Galaxy Store. It's made by Samsung and has a lot of useful modifications that you can make to your device. They're called modules. There's 2 sets of modules: Makeup, which allows customization, and Life Up, which allows you to edit some of the functionality of your device. So one of those modules is called, if you scroll down, Sound Assistant. And today I'm going to show you how to use this. Now I have a little more in-depth video on how to use not only Sound Assistant, but a lot of the Good Lock modules below. I'll drop it below. This one's specifically about a more in-depth dive into Sound Assistant itself. So if you go in here, there's a lot of things you can do. I want to point out some of the ones that are the most useful to me. One of them is this one right here, change the step volume. So if you move this down, it's going to allow your volume slider to adjust in increments of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever you want. The default is 10. So when you press the volume over here, you see how this goes up by 10 each time? Well, if you change this, it no longer goes up or down by 10. It'll go up or down by whatever you set. I like to set mine to 5. And then when I do this, you can see my volume slider, it goes up by 5. Very useful to allow you to get that granular volume that you're looking for instead of having big jumps up or down in volume, which can definitely be annoying. The next thing is customizing your volume panel. You can turn on custom volume panel and you can go in here and edit this. You can have a floating button if you want, not really my favorite thing to do, but you can have, turned on what it is that you want to show. And in the expanded panel, you can also choose to turn on the Bluetooth metronome function, which I do like to turn on, and also choose if you want to show the toolbars or the app volume in the expanded panel as well. So customize the functions that are useful for you in particular. Not everybody's going to use everything, especially in the expanded panel. You can also style your own volume panel covers. One of the things they added very recently is called the Flex Volume Panel UI, which has these really cool lighting effects. You guys can see them here. You can choose them, and then when you use your volume panel, you're going to see that there. You guys saw it when I was, sliding mine up and down there. You can also choose, some plain themes if you want to do that, just with the solid colors that match maybe the colors you're using in your wallpaper or the rest of your theming you have in your quick settings using the Monet theming engine that Google includes with Android. But I really like the Flex Volume panels, and it's the one that I usually have been going with lately. You can also do individual app volumes, so you can control the volume of individual apps by setting them to some default. So I have Outlook here for notifications, but you can go into your apps and choose basically any application that you want. So like you can go in here and choose Facebook, go in here, tap add, then you'll see Facebook here, and you can choose the specific app volume for Facebook itself. Going back, you'll notice that there's a couple of other cool things. Control media volume. You can control the medium volume instead of the ringtone when you press the volume keys. I almost always want to do that, so I turn that on, but that'll depend on how you use your volume controls the most often for you. Media manner mode, when your phone is set to vibrate or mute, the media volume is also muted. I like this one as well. It just makes it easier so that you don't disrupt people, but if you do keep your phone on Do Not Disturb a lot, you may want to turn that off. Control music with the volume keys, so press and hold the volume keys to go to the next or previous track when the screen is locked or turned off. This is a cool feature. I don't use it because I often open my lock screen and I like to look at the lock screen widget for the music because it just looks cool. Choose your favorite media app. This is pretty cool because if you use one more than others, like I use Spotify, you can go in there and choose it directly. Bluetooth metronome, like I mentioned before, you can then use the Bluetooth metronome feature when you collect a Bluetooth device. That's also done with inside Sound Assistant. Advanced settings down here, there's a couple of them that are useful. Alerts through headphones. So if you go in here, you can get notifications, alarms, which I usually turn on, and ringtones when I have on my headphones, which is great. And then also customized vibration patterns. So if you want your vibration setting to be very specific for each app, you can change those inside Sound Assistant. I don't use vibration mode a lot, so I don't have this set here, but you can do this. You can actually get pretty granular with the type of vibrations that you want to have. Down here, voice changer, you can apply fun effects to the microphone. This also would apply to the voice that answers your calls in the Bixby text call. Voice changer here. It's kind of creepy though to have the Bixby text call sound like your own voice, but you can do it. And then multi-sound is a feature where it allows you to have apps play sound at the same time as other apps. So if you turn all apps off, you can just choose which apps you want to allow to do this in case some apps are annoying you and you don't want to have it on all apps. You can do that in a granular way. Now, the other one I want to mention too is separate app sound. Separate app sound is actually in the main settings now. If you turn this on, you can actually get media sound from apps you select through a separate device like a Bluetooth speaker. And I like YouTube for this, or a camera if I'm playing back videos. And you can choose like your headphones or Bluetooth speaker to do it. It's another great audio trick that you can use on your S24 Ultra. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Not only the ability to change the volume limit inside the main settings, but also all the tips and tricks of Sound Assistant. If you guys enjoyed the video, you want to see more great Samsung tips, tricks, S24 tips, tricks, subscribe to the channel. Again, if you want to save some money on your wireless service, you can go over there to my partners at Mint Mobile, try mintmobile.com/Springer. Check it out. Pinned comment description as well. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.